What's up, everyone? I am Jeff Teague, woo, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hello to everybody all around the world. And the world is what we're focusing on right now because the vehicle shortage is severely impacting inventory in the United States. Here in Raleigh, we've got 3 4Runners, a Tacoma, a couple Highlanders. We've got some coming in all the time, right? But there's a shortage of vehicles. Let's look at what's going on in Canada. We're gonna check in with my buddy Marcello. Marcello works at Maple Toyota in Ontario, Canada. I figure he'll know what's going on up there, right? Fill us in, because we don't know. All right, Marcello, first of all, operates Toyota World YouTube channel. Do me a favor, click that link, click subscribe to Toyota World. I want to impress him with how many new followers we can give him. The power of social media. Marcello, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for being on. I know you're a follower and you like my videos. I like yours too. What's going on? Is there a vehicle shortage there? What's your inventory like?
Hey everyone, it's Marcello from Toyota World, and I'm here at our dealership Maple Toyota in Ontario, Canada. And before I answer that question, Jeff, I just want to give you a huge thank you. Greatly appreciate the opportunity here to be on your show and on your channel. I'm a huge supporter and a great fan of what you've been doing, so thank you very much. To answer your question, how is the inventory here in Canada? Well, it's not good. It's not good, but it's not horrible. We're still getting cars. It's just they're taking a bit longer to come in from the factory, and we're getting fewer of them, of course, as you guys already know. So, we've been okay up until about July of 2021 is when we really started to feel, what's going on, why are cars taking so long to come in and get built. And then just after we realized Toyota actually gave us a phone call, Toyota Canada sent a bunch of emails and said, hey guys, listen, I know you guys have already heard of the crunch from other manufacturers around the world and in Canada, US and so on, that vehicle production is going to be halted or slow, and unfortunately now it has finally hit Toyota Canada. So this was back about 2 to 3 months ago when we got the news officially. And, I didn't believe it. I thought, they're going to figure it out. Something's going to happen, they're going to be able to get us through this and inventory won't be bad. We'll still have cars to show, to sell, stuff like that. But unfortunately, here we are. We're down to very few cars in stock. Most of the cars that we have on our lot are already sold, waiting to get picked up. And I'm talking from, from our compound to our lot to our showroom. Most of the stuff that we have is already sold, and it's taking quite a while for cars to come in from the factory. Hey Jeff, so here's our lot. We normally have cars all along here lined up. This entire row is usually filled with cars. As you can see, it's kind of scarce right now. This entire pad here, wherever you see interlocks, there's always cars there. I think I've got 2 cars here on this side. And yeah, look at all the empty spots down there. Yeah, I've got about 2 cars on this side and maybe 1 car on the other side. Don't get fooled by all those. Those are pre-owned vehicles. Yeah, so got 1 vehicle here, 2 vehicles here. So we usually have a couple cars right through here in this laneway. But we're doing our best, Jeff.
And as far as how you work with your customers, how you interact with them, what you tell them, how are you handling the vehicle shortage with customers?
Thanks for the question, Jeff. So how is our dealership, Maple Toyota, handling car sales without really any inventory? So the number one thing for us over here at Maple Toyota and Toyota Canada, it's our philosophy here, transparency. Transparency first with our staff, and then that transparency gets passed on over to the customer. So what am I talking about? We tell customers right away from when they initially do the deal to, when they're leaving with their bill of sale, exactly what they're looking at with regards to timeline. We give them a realistic expectation. So what we tell them, what we've trained our staff to do is not to promise any date, actually. Specifically, when they sign our worksheets, when they buy a vehicle, there's a clause there that says that you are purchasing a factory order, which could take a minimum of up to 4 months or longer. This deal is subject to any kind of pricing changes, interest rate changes, etc., because unfortunately, we don't have the power or the control to control these items. If we're selling a customer a 2021 and then unfortunately cannot get that 2021, they have to go to a 2022, well, we might be subject to some price changes, interest rate changes, stuff like that. But transparency is key. We are doing our absolute best. We have some dedicated vehicles here on our lot that are test drive units that stay here. They're already plated. They are meant for us to show, sell off of, test drive. The majority of our managers here do drive demos, you know, from Venzas to RAV4 hybrids to Highlanders to Siennas. So there's always something to show here that we're able to sell off of. But more or less, that's how we're handling the situation currently.
And as far as sellers, sales volume in the United States, certainly SUVs are huge right now. Anything with a hybrid badge on it, a prime badge, that'll go quick, right? Trucks, of course. Sedan market, not so much, but still steady. What's it like in Canada?
Fantastic question, Jeff. Which vehicles are the best sellers over here in Canada? Well, I'm actually standing in front of them. So I've got two Highlanders behind me here, and I've also got a Sienna. So anything that's a SUV all-wheel drive is a fantastic seller here in Canada. The weather's not so great for about 6 months out of the year here. We get a lot of cold days, you know, minus 20, minus 30 degrees Celsius, lots of snow for months and months. So anything all-wheel drive is a fantastic seller. Specifically, Highlanders have been doing very well since this new redesign that happened a couple of years ago. And with the Sienna being a full hybrid vehicle, no longer having a gas engine in terms of a V6, the Sienna has been doing very well. Anything hybrid, anything all-wheel drive, Highlander, RAV4, Sienna. The Venza is starting to pick up a little bit, but I believe that that's because the RAV4 supply is so non-existent right now. RAV4 hybrid I'm talking about. So a lot of customers have been switching their minds from going to the RAV4 hybrid and over to the Venza hybrid because it's a little bit similar in terms of, you know, features, size, versatility. But yeah, Highlanders, RAV4 hybrid, Sienna, and Venza, these are all hot sellers. We're starting to see a little bit of a pickup in the sedan segment. I don't know if you guys over there in the US, just south of us, have any kind of decent market for the sedans. Over here in Canada, the sedan market, it's kind of dead, but we're starting to see a lot of interest in the XSE and the SE Camry 2021 and 2022s.
And just because I do it through repetition in my job, I know a lot about the trim levels, the colors, the models. Are there any differences that you've seen or heard from your customers as far as between the US and Canada? What's different?
Whoa, Jeff, that's a big question. Yes, there are a lot of differences. I'll say it one more time. There are a lot of differences between the model, specifications, trims, colors, options, you name it, from the US to Canada. And, you know, I've been working here at Maple Toyota for 13, 14 years, and there's no shortage of customers that come in and say, hey, stop. I want the car in this color. I want the car in that color. Hey, I want the fridge inside the vehicle and we're like, what? Hold on a second. Where did you see that? You're on Toyota.com. You've got to go on Toyota.ca. Jeff, there are a lot of changes when it comes to speccing out and purchasing a Toyota over in the US versus Canada. We don't get so much in terms of customizations. I've seen some of your videos. You've got that nice bright blue on your RAV4 XLEs. That's not an option. Like there's just so much. I can write a whole story about it, but I get it. I understand. We all understand as employees and probably even customers. The US is a massive market compared to Canada. Canadian market's very small. So hence, yes, we do get less control over exact specifications of, you know, customizing the vehicle in terms of accessories, trims, options. You have a XP package on a Highlander, I believe. I saw your video. Have no clue what that is, but thanks for the video, Jeff. We don't have these things. But anyways, we're happy to have what we have. Toyota's a great company, and I mean, they're doing fantastic with what they're currently supplying us. But you guys have a lot more differences in your models.
Hey, Marcello, what about you personally? let's get to know your tastes. What kind of Toyotas are your favorites?
All right, Jeff, let's answer that one. So what's my favorite vehicle? Well, obviously it's from Toyota, and there's more than one. So my favorite vehicle starts off, and this is actually what sparked my interest in even working with the brand. I found it so cool. The Toyota Supra. I've loved the Supra from, geez, when did Fast and the Furious come out? 2000, 2001. Anyways, Supra's amazing. It's like the jewel in the crown for Toyota, if you want to call it that. It's a beautiful vehicle. I'm so happy that it came back. I love the Supra. Unfortunately, I'm 6'2". I don't fit in it quite well, but Supra is definitely one of my favorites. But the next favorite vehicle, right behind me here, the Highlander, specifically the XSE. I always loved the Highlander, especially when they made this new model change and redesign. But the XSE, I'm driving one right now as a demo. I believe I did a video on it. But the XSE is just a totally different animal, totally different breed. Something about that red interior. I'm gonna walk backwards a little bit so you guys can take a little sneak peek. Something about the red interior, something about that beautiful sport front fascia and rear fascia, the alloy wheels, the sport tune suspension. I really love and enjoy driving the Highlander XSE. It's the perfect combination of sport and versatility, comfort, space. Gotta drive a Highlander XSE.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was kind of a break from the norm to give you an idea of what it's like all over the world. I know a lot of people still believe there's no vehicle shortage. The dealers are making it up. They're hiding cars, or the manufacturers just aren't giving them cars. Well, it's pretty real. Believe me, I love when we used to have 300 cars on the lot all over the US, right? Well, now we've got dealers that are reporting they've got 0 or 2 or 5 or 20. Maybe they're lucky and they have 30 cars that are not pre-sold already. It's just a different world right now. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate everybody. I love you being part of my channel. Do me a favor again, if you haven't already, just throw Marcello a bone, throw me a bone, and let's see the power of social media, and just click subscribe. I want to see how many we can add to his channel, Toyota World. Thanks everybody so much. I really appreciate it. I'm doing Reels on Instagram, which is like a 60-second video, a short review of popular Toyota models and things like that. So if you go to ToyotaJeff1 on Instagram, you'll see what I mean. Just click on the little play button next to my profile and you'll see my Reels, R-E-E-L-S. I'm keeping it Reels, faux Reels. Hashtag plain. Thanks everyone so much. See you next time.